There's an increasing number of real estate companies termed iBuyers, some named, for example, Open Doors, OfferPad, Zillow, Knock, and others, that market a service that has an appeal to certain types of homeowners. The pitch for these quick cash offer companies includes some variation of let us buy your home in days without the normal hassle of listing. Now, this is happening across the country in the United States of America. It's happening locally in southeastern Virginia, northeast North Carolina, commonly termed as the Hampton Roads region. This approach, it attempts to provide an alternative to selling a home in a normal manner at the expense of not realizing the full equity a homeowner is entitled to, and a lot of times losing out on that. There's no fiduciary responsibility requiring the broker to put a seller's best interest above their own interest. So this iBuyer doesn't represent the seller in any way, shape, or form, and they have no client-level services like loyalty, disclosure, obedience, and such as most states require by law. In my opinion, this is a very, very, very bad thing. The offer is based on an automated valuation model many times without a physical inspection of the home, and in some cases a contract is written, but there are very few provisions that allow iBuyers the time to possibly flip the house to an investor or use an out of the contract to void the sale. The reality is that a company cannot stay in business if they pay too much for the property. The iBuyer then becomes the seller, who now must be concerned with pricing the homes properly to cover the normal selling expenses, as well as the repairs, improvements, and holding costs that are going to be incurred until the property sells. Now, there could be circumstances that make it necessary for a homeowner to sell at a discount. I get that, but the seller could be in a distressed situation, needing immediate cash. And, sometimes this works, but, in my opinion, if you use a good, educated brokerage that really knows what they're doing, you're going to come out a whole lot better. The seller could be in a distressed situation. Like I said, a short sale situation sometimes comes into play, but the seller a lot of times needs cash immediately. They may think that a quick sale is more important. They don't want to be bothered with repairs or making efforts to market the property, or possibly they found that their next home is going to be gone so quickly they need to get an instant offer and sell that thing that could be an encumbrance to them purchasing a new home. So the instant liquidity comes at a cost to the seller in the lower proceeds from the sale. And a lot of times you've got, at least we do, and I'm not going to name names, but you have in southeast Virginia, northeast North Carolina, you've got brokerages that say, hey, listen, if we don't sell your house in 90 days or whatever, we'll pay you cash for your property. And this is exactly what they're doing. Now, to realize the maximum possible equity, a real estate professional needs to advise you about the fair market value of your home. I said the fair market value of your home. It's the reasonably expected sales price, the costs involved, and how long it's going to take to sell. So before you accept a price to sell your home to a wholesaler, please, you owe it to yourself and your family to find out what you can actually expect to make if you take the conventional sales route and use the professionals who are trained and know how to sell a house without you being taken advantage of. And by the way, realtors and licensees across the nation have a fiduciary. That is the responsibility to protect the interests of you if you hire someone. Please call us, and we would love to make a comparative market analysis for you on your home or your property. And if we can't handle it here locally, then we'll refer you to one of our brokerages that partners with us across the country. So you see the numbers over here. jpmorganrealestate.com is the phone number. I'm sorry, is the website address. The phone number is also 1-855-77-ZILLOW. That's 1-855-779-4556. Easy to remember, 855-77-ZILLOW. JP Morgan Real Estate, we look forward to serving you and being your fiduciary to protect your most valuable asset.